Hello students, welcome to the another video of water treatment. This is video number 6. In fifth video, we have studied water softening method, that is zeolite process. Now, in this video, we will see second process of water softening, that is ion exchanger process. In zeolite process, we couldn't remove anion part of the salt. That is, for example, if calcium chloride hardness producing salt is present, then we could remove only calcium ion, that is cation part. We couldn't remove chloride ion, that is the anion part. So it remains in the water, in softened water, in the form of a sodium chloride. Therefore, the next process, ion exchange process, in which we can remove both the parts of the salt. So in this process we use ion exchange resin. This ion exchange resin is nothing but the insoluble powder which contains cross-linked high molecular weight organic polymers, porous structure. They contain specific functional groups attached to the chain which are responsible for the ion exchanger properties. There are two types of ion exchange resins we have to use. The one which is called cation exchange resin. The structure of cation exchange resin can be shown like this, which contains acidic functional group, a high molecular weight organic compound containing acidic functional group like sulfonic group or carboxylic acid group or phenolic OH. Here we have shown one commercial example of Amberlite IR120 Dovex 50 cation exchange resins. It contains sulfonic functional group, sulfonic acid functional group, and in short we can represent this cation exchange resin as a RSO3H. Apart from this acidic functional group, remaining structure is shown by R. Now when this cation exchange resin RSO3H comes in contact with water in which hardness producing salts are present, then the cation part, that is suppose calcium, it exchanges with the hydrogen of the sulfonic acid and the hydrogen ions replaced, and there is this salt is obtained which retain in the resin. Like this, calcium part, that is the cation part of the hardness producing salt, is removed. Then the water containing anion part along with that replaced hydrogen ion will pass in resin, that is anion exchanger resin. This is again an organic compound, high molecular weight organic compound containing basic functional groups like OH or amino or quaternary ammonium group. So this is an example structure in which this is the basic functional group. Commercially these are available as a Amberlite 400 and Dovex 3. In short, we can write, if OH is the basic functional group present in the anion exchange resin, ROH is the formula of this cation exchange resin, anion exchange resin. Now when this resin, this powder, come in contact with hardness producing or hard water, then anion of that salt, hardness producing salt, for example SO4, exchange with the OH anion. So anion to anion exchange, and that's why in the cation exchange resin, cation part is removed. In the anion exchange resin, anion part is removed, and water becomes completely free from the salt producing hardness. Now let us see how this reaction takes place and what is the plant actually works. How is the plant actually works? Now there are three cylinders you can see here. The first cylinder is the cation exchange resin, in which cation exchanger, in which cation exchange resin is filled. For example, we have taken as example RSO3H. In second column, it is called anion exchanger. In this ROH, that is anion exchange resin, is packed. Initially, there is a small part side to this exchangers, both exchangers. Initially, these are closed. Then, when hard water is passed, then the salt present in the hard water, here in the reaction we have taken example of calcium sulfate, that will come in contact with the cation exchange resin. The cation of the salt exchange with the hydrogen ion of the resin, and the water containing SO4 and the replaced hydrogen, that is water containing H2SO4, comes down. Then this is passed in the another column, that is anion exchanger. In this we have filled anion exchange resin. Now the water containing H2SO4 come in contact with the ROH, that is the anion exchange resin. SO4 is the anion, OH is the anion, then there is a anion to anion exchange. Anion to anion exchange, and there is a removal of anion of the hardness producing salt, and the SO4 remains in the resin. Now the water containing or water free from calcium and SO4, both parts of the salt, comes out, which is a simple H2O, and that water is further passed in the one more container to remove the unwanted dissolved gases, and that container is a degasifier. It is covered with the steam jacket. So water is heated here, boiled here, and dissolved gases like carbon dioxide are removed. And finally, the demineralized water. Demineralized means mineral free water we can. Now after some time, this cation exchange resin and anion exchange resins get exhausted. There will not happen any exchange of cations or anions. Then we have to stop the passing the hard water, and we have to regenerate both the exchanges. Cation exchange resin is regenerated by passing dilute acid, and anion exchange resin is regenerated by passing dilute alkali. The reactions can be shown like this. So this is the exhausted cation exchange resin. When we pass a dilute HCl, then the hydrogen of the dilute HCl and the calcium of the exhausted resin, they get exchanged reversibly, and we can get RSO3H as our original cation exchange resin, and the calcium chloride washing is thrown away. Water containing calcium chloride is thrown away. Then similarly, when we pass dilute alkali in the exhausted anion exchange resin, then again OH of the NaOH and SO4 of the exhausted resin get exchanged, and we get regenerated resin, and washings are thrown away. So like this, the resin, exhausted resin, we can regenerate and can be used the same resin again and again. Now, what are the advantages of this process? The process can be used to soften highly acidic and alkaline water also. It produces water of almost zero hardness. And as compared to zeolite process, we can remove both the parts of the salt. So salt is completely removed from the hard water. But this is having certain disadvantages. Like the cost of this process is high, and again we cannot use turbid water or even highly alkaline, or we cannot use hot water for the softening purpose, as they get dissolved, the resin get dissolved in the water. So this is the modern process of softening of hard water, ion exchanger resin. Now in the next video we will see the third process, that is, it is a chemical process, which is hot lime soda process. Thank you.